So today let's talk about bubble sort. So bubble sort is one of the simplest sorting algorithm, and I think it's a great starting point for understanding the sorting algorithm. So let's dive into how it works. Like, so imagine you have an unsorted array of numbers. So bubble sort goes through the entire list, comparing each pair of the adjacent items, one pair at a time, and if the pair is at the wrong order, it just swaps them, and it repeats the process until it completes a pass without any swaps, or like the entire or you can just you know yeah. So let's get started by an example. I think example is it's a great teacher. Yeah, so first let's take a look at this example. It's 3 is 5 3 4 2, right? Okay, so like just what I said before. So bubble sort goes through the entire list, comparing each pair of adjacent items, one pair at a time. Okay, so let's go to iteration 1, right? So we can see there are 3 pairs. It's like okay, so let's let's say the first pair is 5 and 3, right? So we can say 5 is less than 3, so we just swap it, and then we have 3 5 4 2, and then the second pair will be 4 and 5 and 4, and then you find 5 is greater than 4, so you also need to swap it, right? Then the third pair will be 5 and 2, and you can just find that 5 is also greater than 2, so you can then swap it, and then we have 3 4 2 5. And okay, so this is the first iteration. We can see it's not at the correct order, but let's intuitively think what is this iteration doing. Yeah, so we can see 5 is the largest number, right? So we can see it's at the when we initialize it, it's at the first position, right? So you can see what we do. We first make the 5 here, and then we make the 5 here, and then we also make the 5 here, right? So we can see, so this step, so actually each iteration is to put the largest number at the end, right? So can you intuitively get this? Yeah. Okay, so if you get this, then we can go to the next iteration. So we know that the 5 is already at the end, so we can just forget about it, right? So then we can just consider 3 4 2, right? So there are 2 pairs, so one pair we swap it, and the second pair we then swap it, and then we have a 3 2 4, and then so if we only say, and then if we only say 3 4 2, we can find that we just put 4, which is the second largest number at this, right? So so actually this is what the bubble sorting is doing. Okay, so maybe let's go to the coding program. Okay, so let's define the bubble sort, right? So you have an input list, and we can see we only need n-1 iteration. So let's think about why. So if we like there is the 4 numbers, right? If after we're doing 3 iterations, what we do is we put we put the largest 3 at the end. So if the largest 3 is at the end, yeah, so the smallest one is just at the first, right? So we don't need to do it again. So yeah, so we only need to do n-1 iteration. So can you get it? Okay, so yeah, so here is what we're doing, and then also we only need to compare n minus I. So let's consider here, right? So 5 is at the end, and then we only need to compare 3 4 2, and then 4 5 at the end, and then we only need to compare 3 2, right? So this kind of simplicity, right? So let's for j in range this one, and then all we need to do is to compare. So the j, so if this is j and this is j plus I, and j plus 1, and if this is j and this is j plus 1, so it's kind of another iteration, right? Okay, so like if the if the previous one is larger than than the former one, and then we just swap the two numbers. Okay, so maybe let's run it. Okay, so let's write multiple times, or you can save. Okay, so first maybe we can see it's 4 3. Oh, it's 5 3 4 2, right? So after the first iteration, we have 3 4 2 5. You can say 3 4 2 5, and after the second iteration we have 3 2 5 4, and after the last iteration we have 2 3 5, 2 3 4 5, right? Okay, so this is bubble sort. That's all for today.